Greetings, inquisitive minds and adventurers of the uncanny. Welcome back to number 11, your refuge for all things eerie and supernatural. Today, we have a remarkable story to share with you. A letter from a young man in Leeds, United Kingdom, that is both intriguing and profoundly chilling. Hidden within the shadows of our world, beyond the mundanity of daily life, lies a domain of dark mysteries and ghostly encounters. Here at number 11, we bring you first-hand narratives of these spine-tingling experiences, penned by those who have dared to walk in the darkness and live to recount their tales. So gather close as we set off on this shared voyage into the unknown. Prepare for the goosebumps as we delve into the haunting story of this courageous young man. His confrontation with the spectral children of the past will send chills down your spine. Get ready, because what you are about to hear might just haunt your dreams. Let's dive in. Dear number 11, I want some advice or basically any help at all. My mind is shaken and I can't seem to really understand the things I have experienced, you see. Moving into my flat in Leeds was supposed to be a fresh start. The building had a certain charm with its Victorian architecture, high ceilings and large windows that let in just the right amount of sunlight. I loved the place, but there was something unsettling about it from the very first night. It started with soft, delicate laughter. The first time I heard it, I was in the living room, reading a book. The laughter was faint, almost a whisper, but unmistakably a child's giggle. It sent a chill down my spine. I paused, listening carefully. The sound seemed to come from the kitchen. I walked over, my footsteps echoing on the wooden floor, but the room was empty. I checked the windows, thinking it might be kids playing outside, but the street below was deadly silent. Over the next few days, this laughter continued. Sometimes it was so soft I could almost convince myself I imagined it. Other times, it was louder, more insistent. It always seemed to happen when I was alone, late in the evening. The sound was playful yet eerie, and it filled me with an inexplicable dread. But it wasn't just the laughter. This sounds unbelievable, but objects in my flat began to move. At first, it was small things. A book I had left on the coffee table would appear on the kitchen counter, or my keys would go missing, only to be found in the bathroom. I tried to rationalize it, thinking I must have moved them and forgotten. But the incidents became more frequent and bizarre. One morning, I found my TV remote in the fridge. Naturally, I've looked into this being my memory or mind playing tricks on me, but as I continue, you'll understand why I don't think this is the case. The most terrifying incident happened late one night. I was lying in bed, struggling to fall asleep. The flat was silent except for the occasional creak of the building settling. Suddenly, I heard the sound of running water. I got up and walked to the bathroom. The hot tap was on, water gushing out at full force. I turned it off, feeling a knot of fear in my stomach. I knew I hadn't left it on, but once again I did question if this might have been something I just couldn't remember doing. As I stood there, I felt a cold draft even though the windows were shut. I glanced in the mirror and saw something that made my blood run cold. In the fogged-up mirror, I saw two words written, with what looked like a child's finger. Not alone. My heart pounded in my chest. I wiped the mirror with my hand, but the words seemed to stay visible for a few seconds after I did this. I was very shaken, but I did eventually make my way back to bed. After all, what else could I do? That night I slept with the lights on, but it offered very little comfort. The laughter came back again and seemed to follow me, growing louder and more mocking. I could feel a presence in the room watching me. I know that so many people talk about this feeling. There really must be something humans have that's not fully identified, a sixth sense, if you will. Anyway, I wanted to leave. I could not work out if these noises were real or just in my head. I considered running, but where would I go? This was my home. Desperate for answers, I did some research on the building over the next few weeks. In the local library, I found out that it had been a children's home in the early 1900s. Several children had reportedly died there under mysterious circumstances, or at least death was mentioned once or twice. Other reports claim they went missing, Their spirits were said to haunt the place, seeking vengeance or perhaps just attention. I didn't know if I believed in ghosts, but I couldn't deny these strange occurrences. After discovering this, I decided to confront whatever was haunting my flat. One evening, I sat in the living room with a tape recorder. "Who are you?" I asked, my voice trembling. "What do you want?" The room was silent, except for the faint hum of the recorder. I waited, feeling the tension build. I did this because I had seen on the TV that sometimes you can record responses that you might not hear. Suddenly, the temperature dropped. My breath fogged in the air. The lights flickered and then went out, plunging the room into darkness. I fumbled for my phone, using its light to see. Then the laughter erupted, louder than ever, echoing off the walls. I felt something brush past me, cold and intangible. My heart raced and I backed away, terrified. I quickly played back the recording as I sat there, and what I heard made my blood run cold. Over the sound of my own voice, there was a faint whisper. "You can't leave," it said. "You're ours now." That night I packed a bag and left the flat. I couldn't stay there any longer. I moved in with a friend temporarily, but I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Even now, I hear the laughter in my dreams. It haunts me, a constant reminder that I was never alone in that flat. So this is my one and only encounter with the paranormal, supernatural, or however you wish to label it. Regardless of the name, I can honestly say I never want to experience anything like this for the rest of my life. If you could let me know what you think may have been the cause of this, or why you think the laughter and ghosts chose me to reveal themselves to, I would really appreciate it. Was it the house, or was it something I had done? Thank you for your time and attention to this letter, and thank you for all the help you give at number 11. Tonight, we received a truly chilling letter from a viewer. There is no doubt about that. The haunting experiences in their flat have left them, and likely many of us, shaken and filled with questions. Firstly, thank you for sharing your story with us. Your experience in the Leeds flat is undeniably terrifying, and it's clear that whatever you encountered was deeply unsettling. The history of your building as a former children's home, coupled with the mysterious disappearances and deaths, could certainly be a factor in the phenomena you experienced. It's not uncommon for places with such tragic pasts to retain residual energies or even active spirits seeking recognition or closure. As to why the laughter and spirits chose to reveal themselves to you, it could be a combination of the building's history and your own sensitivity to the paranormal. Sometimes, certain individuals are more perceptive to these energies, making them more likely to experience such encounters. We'd love to hear from our viewers on this matter. Do you think it's the history of the building that's causing these occurrences? Or could it be something more personal to the unseen laughter? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below, or send us an email. Your insights could be invaluable in helping to understand these experiences. If you have your own stories or encounters with the paranormal, don't hesitate to reach out. Number 11 is here to build a community of like-minded souls who share a fascination with the unexplained. Your stories, experiences, and theories are what make this channel special. Whether it's through the comments, emails, or even letters, let's keep this dialogue alive and support each other in uncovering the truths behind these eerie phenomena. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Until next we meet, keep your eyes open and remember, when the lights dim and the shadows lengthen, don't look away. You never know what might be staring back at you. Good night and farewell.